Hi everybody, this is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love, and I send you guys more love today than I ever have in my past, and I will continue to do so from here on out. I mentioned was it yesterday? I don't know what day I made my last video. Let's go double check. A day ago, I don't know. Anyway, I mentioned that in order to be loved, we must be pushed into love. Our experiences must make us see who we are. And when we are able to truly be honest with ourselves and pick up whether or not we like what we are doing or who we are or we don't. And love will always change or witness themselves and do something about it. You know, I mentioned, and I'm very, very sensitive today. I've been very sensitive for the past couple of days, per where I am at, on top of this transition of where I am in my with my earthly experience, including with my mother-in-law. I had an outpouring of love being sent to me yesterday from our friends and family and people through my Facebook page, and I am overwhelmed with love. I feel the love from others, and I am so thankful for it. So I just wanted to say that, and I want you guys to know, before I continue on with the purpose of this video, that today is Thursday. I have already slow down on taking sessions because my life anyway has progressed to the point of needing to really push me. So that means all of my experiences have been increasing. I'm getting more busier with everyday life, and things are just coming up out of nowhere. Really busy, really hectic. So we can blame it on the season or whatever it is, but it is, again, to push us into a higher state of being. And so I did kind of reduce what I was doing through YouTube and through my sessions, and you guys are full aware that I don't always provide you with information. And so what I'm trying to tell you is that I leave Thursdays kind of open. I don't watch my granddaughter usually on Thursdays or on weekends, but Saturday and Sunday I try to keep open for my family. But of course, I do make exceptions where time zones are of issue, where I do take clients. So I'm open on Thursdays and on weekends. Sometimes, depending on the situation, you can still contact me for those sessions if you are interested in doing so. I wanted to provide several free spiritual readings because it is the holiday season of giving. And I will do my best. I can't make a promise in doing so because of the way that my life is playing out now. I am needed here 24 hours to give my mother-in-law the proper care that she so is required here at this time frame. And but I will, whatever I can do, and if I contact you through messages or emails, whatever it is, then of course then I am making the time, or I have time to do it. Other than that, my intention is great. My intention is to always be here for you guys, to provide and give. But sometimes, life unfolds completely different than what we are expecting. So I haven't been really sleeping for like 3 months. It's been 3 months, and it's been pretty lacking in sleep. How am I able to really function is by the grace of God. And please, before I also begin, I have not commented or replied to some comments on the videos that I have posted. I will get to them in a timely manner, in the fashion that I am able to. So please don't think that I am ignoring you. And if I do forget that you have made a comment because your notifications end up going away and I forget to go check every single video, please don't hold that against me. You can always contact me through email if you really do have a need or a concern and would like a response back. I will reply to you as soon as I can. I am just very busy, and I try to go to bed earlier these days and get up because I don't really get sleep, maybe 2 or 3 hours every night for the past 3 months, and it seems to be progressing on in that fashion. And I wanted to mention, I'm pretty sure because of the lack of sleep that I have experienced, and we all go through lack of sleep sometime throughout our ascension cycle, and you probably have agreed to this as well. I want to feel my experience. If we are not really feeling our experience, going through our experience, then we are in denial, we are in an illusion, we have forgotten. So no matter how terrible it is or what takes place, if you don't get any sleep or the experience is terrible, it's an agreed upon agreement that you wanted to have an experience. Experiences test us, if you want to use that word. It teaches us about who we are and what we want out of this lifetime, and of course who we can become pertaining to our own spiritual growth. So for myself, I have been experiencing tons and tons of crown opening, even more so than ever before. More of the dewdrop trickling that is coming from the heavens down in my crown and just tickling me and giving me comfort and going down into my spine. And last night I was experiencing the repair of, I guess you can, it's the 3, 6, and 9, also the 12 central pillar, which acts as the Sushumna Nadi, which is also the silver cord, and this is a part of the Kundalini and Holy Spirit, Holy Mother Center. This is about the rod and staff. This is about the hierogamic union. This is the unification of masculine and feminine aspects of self. Everything is going to happen in layers, and layers of 3. When we are working through certain aspects or certain layers, we might not only be, and I'm trying to give you an example, well, you know, for the Hero Gamos, you have 3 levels to that. To building the cosmic egg, you have 3 levels to that. It doesn't mean that you aren't going to be in several layers simultaneously. And that's why it can feel as if there is so much going on, because there is. So, for example, if you are working, and I'm just going to use chakras here to make it kind of simple. If you're working with the first bottom 3, which means, you know, the root, the sacral, solar. If you're working with those layers and all of the other layers that are included within those, you're tapping, as you move up into from the first chakra to the second chakra, and this is not actually the order that we work with in our ascension cycle. It hops around. Just because the root is the first at the bottom and we have 7 chakras, main chakras, it doesn't mean it goes in that order. It definitely does not go in that order. But for this video and explanation, I am just using it in this context. As you move up into the second chakra, you are now going from the second chakra to the third chakra, tapping into the fourth chakra. Always layers of 3, which means that you are now, because you have moved from the first, hopped into a second cycle, if you will. So you're in one cycle into the second cycle. And as you continuously move up, you're always adding another cycle to it. And sometimes we're in 3 layers at all times simultaneously. Or we can use 3 dimensions if you want simultaneously, because there's always a lesson that's interconnected with a lower and middle lesson. So I hope that makes sense. I have been, so now I'm experiencing, on top of, the crown, which is a part of the golden oil, and working my way up into the risen Christ, is I'm feeling that dewdrop. It's also acting as the true anointing, or the true divine baptism. And I'm experiencing the repair of the central pillar, which has been feeling like a wave of cool tingles from the base of my spine that blooms into my heart, spreading and activating and repairing this disconnection between left and right and masculine and feminine aspects of self, giving me the crystal lotus heart, or the crystal rose heart. And then going into the crown and bursting a little bit there. I've been experiencing that, and I wanted to talk about what it is actually doing here. Because in order for us to truly become unified and have the risen Christ, we have to merge and repair. The horizontal and vertical rod and staffs must be repaired. And one acts as the masculine and one acts as the feminine, of course. And it must be unified. When the central pillar is finally merged together, creating that hierogamic union, the sacred union, that there is no longer an identity of man or woman, or masculine and feminine. It is just is. Everything is. It is unification. It is the true repair of the pineal gland, or the third eye, which does include the pituitary and the pineal gland section, but also the crown. The crown connects with the pineal gland, and the third eye works with the pituitary gland. All work simultaneously. So if you were to imagine from the top of our crown through our chest or heart and down into our base, a true split. If we were split in half like a wishbone, that is being repaired. It has to be repaired first before anything afterwards can take place. The true hierogamic union is going to take, which is the result of this stitching effect, which allows us to truly have our light-bodied wings of our gender fins returned to us, and where, again, the process of birthing the Christos Sophia takes place. And so I just wanted to take a few minutes here to share that, which means anything within the crown can be affected. My vision now, because of the obstruction or the object that I have had throughout my entire ascension cycle, and I still need to make that video, finding the time is my issue here, is now almost obstructing my entire right vision again. This takes place, or has taken place, about 4 times in my ascension cycle. 4 is the number of foundation. Remember that. And so I'm having, I can definitely see, I can drive anywhere, but it's as if I have a bubble over, and it's not as bad as it was when I first began this, and it developed, because when it first developed, I actually thought I was, going blind in this eye, because, back then I was still more fear-based and attached to being ill. But after 2 weeks of me having this object within my vision, God began to work with me and telling me to remove fear and all will be well. And it was, my vision returned. And of course, throughout my ascension cycle, I have developed understanding about what it is anyway. So our crown can still be affected. Lots of mucus can still be affected because we're correcting the central pillar here, which goes through our crown, the third eye, into our thymus gland, our heart, into every single chakra system. We can be experiencing anything simultaneously, but it's more so the root, the heart, and the pineal gland. But of course not limited to. So this is my brief video for today, and I hope to, of course, have more for you guys. And I thank each and every one of you who always send me love. I send it in return to all of you as well. And I thank you for everything that you guys are doing. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.